I was wrong. A few days ago, I reposted a video that broke the hearts of many people, including myself. Arkham Batman's final scene. And this is a scene that I've discredited and denied in numerous videos. Not because I'm a shill or a corporate rat like these haters claim, but because I love Batman, and when you love something, you will do anything you can to find the bright side of that thing you're passionate about. On the other hand, these haters will even attack their fellow fans just to get satisfaction out of saying something you love is trash. Misery loves company. I am a real fan, unafraid to be hopeful about my favorite character. And in this video, I will tell you how I was wrong, but I won't use this revelation to steal your hope like the haters do. Because I've discovered some new information that gives me good reason to believe that this isn't Kevin's or Arkham Batman's last performance. And if you want to know exactly what happened in Batman's final scene, and how this wasn't actually Batman's last project, stay until the end. In order to really understand this video, you have to understand where I'm coming from. Now earlier I said that I am a real fan of Batman, and that was no exaggeration. I have made over 800 shorts about Batman. One of my earliest videos and most popular videos was about me finding an interesting detail in Arkham Asylum. I was stuttering everything because I wasn't used to reading it off of a script I wrote, and you can even see people clowning me in the comments. And on top of that, I was even making Batman self-improvement videos while I was on a deployment. If you watched any of those videos, you can clearly see my love and admiration for the character. So imagine the pain I felt when I saw the news of Batman's demise and how poorly it was handled. But I wasn't the only one. After I reposted the video, one of my TikTok and YouTube friends, Batman Arkham World, even commented. And slowly but surely, as that video got more and more views, our community gathered to grieve our childhood hero. We were even in the comments coming up with scenarios of how Batman could be possibly brought back. But then the haters attacked. But before I describe the things that were said, I better give context. I've actually played the game, and to me it's solid, although it takes a bit to learn each character as they control pretty differently. But as we can see, when we look at what happens in the story and how it's executed, they definitely fumbled it. Whenever something goes wrong, people want to blame someone, whether it be Sweet Baby for not giving Harley Quinn huge tits at 40 years old, or just some secret woke feminist society controlling video games from the shadows. And when I started making these videos, I was advocating for not blaming the devs, because most of the people at Rocksteady had no say in the project. They were just doing grunt work. A lot of you guys have never worked the job and have no idea how the real world works, so you can't understand it. You rather just blame the entire devs, blame all the employees, blame everyone. Imagine you're a chef at a restaurant and the owner walks in and tells you to change your ingredients into something that you know no one will like. And then when you finally serve that item, putting the same love and passion into that dish as all the other dishes you've worked on and you know the customer loves, only for them to say, this shit is horrible. Fuck you, chef so-and-so. Even though it wasn't your decision and you worked hard, did your best, just trying to provide for your family. This mindset is complicated to dissect, yet kind of stupid. But when this happened, these haters literally went back to old videos to gloat about how wrong I was, when at the time of the videos, what I was saying was actually relevant and fair assumption for anyone to have. And one guy even called me a corporate rat for being hopeful about a game and a character. These haters are the same guys who are so addicted to jacking off to video game characters that they complain that the game was feminist woke because an older version of Harley didn't have perky tits. Now don't get me wrong, everyone has their own opinion, and some people are wrongly labeled as haters because they can actually give you a real reason as to why they don't like something. But most of these guys, when you try to engage with them, they just regurgitate something a YouTuber told them. And when you ask them if they actually played the game, they don't respond because they know that they're full of it. And maybe hater is actually the wrong term to call these people. I saw another YouTuber post a Twitter thread that called these people the anti-fan. They look for reasons to hate on things and want you to jump on the hate bandwagon, even though they've never even experienced said thing. They attack us, calling us delusional for having faith in the game developer that literally made 3 bangers. That's like me not having faith in the world's most reliable car, Toyota, because someone didn't like the color of it or something like that. And if these anti-fans are really ambitious, they will make videos about WB and Rocksteady lying about Suicide Squad being Kevin Conroy's last performance. But that logistically doesn't make any sense. If you guys have any idea how gaming, animation, and movies work, you know that these projects are usually years in the making. And something I haven't seen addressed enough is that Kevin was actually working on 3 projects around this time. One of them being Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, one of which we will actually never see the light of day, and the last one being Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths. Kevin was planning on recording lines for Cape Crusader, but sadly passed away before he could get to it. And that's the point I was trying to make when this game was coming out. This was probably actually going to be Kevin's last performance. Movies and games get canceled all the time. Just think back to the Arkham Beyond game that was leaked a few years ago, but got canceled. My theory is that when the game got well-deserved criticism for how they handled Batman's death, then they decided, hey, you know what? We actually will release his final work so that the fans won't hate us forever. Makes sense to me. Or maybe it was going to be released all along and the label of Batman's last performance was just a ploy to get us to buy the game. But let me know what you guys think about that in the comments. And to add context how I feel about this situation, in short, the story was definitely a fumble and the gameplay was actually pretty decent. Not super incredible, but definitely not like Avengers, although the anti-fans will have you believe otherwise. But later I will make a full in-detail review for you guys in the future, so stay tuned for that. And in my opinion, what I'm about to say doesn't change anything because the damage is already done. I don't know if they thought it would be cool to hurt their fans as a cool cliffhanger, but I have been hearing rumors that the entire Justice League will return in in-game seasons. Even Miller Ross, a famous leaker and data miner, said that he's standing by what he said before about the Justice League actually being live. He says that he's heard it with his own ears and seen it with his own eyes. But I don't think it's a good idea to make the fans wait for that after you basically shat on their favorite hero. And I know what you guys are thinking. It wouldn't matter if they brought them back via Elseworlds because it wouldn't be the Arkham Batman or the Arkham Justice League. And I agree. Unless it turns out that the Suicide Squad game is actually the original Elseworld and just a very similar verse as the Arkham verse that just has a different outcome in the end. Or they could just be clones. But let me know your theory in the comments and consider subscribing if you enjoy content based around our favorite heroes.